show business is business. And don't flatter yourself about what you think people like about you. If you don't think you're good at that, don't do it.
Right, and do what you're really good at and do it better than anybody else.
Yeah, I don't look good in front of Rainbow, so I'm pissed.
Oh,
you know,
shit! Take it all down.
I didn't wear Rainbow. I'm sorry, but you know what though? If I had, I just would have been a floating head today.
You'd be like, where is she? Where'd she go?
Yeah. Would you have gagged if I showed up in head to toe rainbow painted brick and I was like, this is awkward? But I had to wear pink because the Rainbow doesn't have pink.
No, and you had to represent.
Yeah, it's a very important.
It's on brand. Now, in the film, there is a whole subplot about the drama that went on with Katya, and we actually see her leaving the set. Oh, there we go.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
What was the decision to put that into the film, and how did that whole process with you guys watching it together, what was that discussion like?
Well, I think one of the greatest advantages that this film has is it's not me filming it or editing it.
Right.
Even the producer and the director, all the conversations they had about the film, I never was in the room for. So we were on tour and they would step out and go have private talks about, I'm sure, about me and my feelings and my flaws and what the back of my bald head looks like. And, you know. So I think in this situation, I just got to live those days of not kind of hell, you know?
Right.
And the storytellers of the film got to tell it in a way that was never generous, never exploitative. And if you don't know at home, we're talking about, obviously, last year, my Sonny and Cher partner, Katya, took time off doing drag to focus on, like, rehabilitation.
Right.
And we were in the middle of this huge professional, like, windfall of, oh my God, we're moving to television.
Yeah, you got your own show with your names on the top.
So it was at a time where we had this huge ball being tossed to us and this bomb dropped, and we were like, I think when you watch it in the film, it's like I said, it's never generous and exploitative, and it's, when Katya and I watched it together, which we did, we sat down in management office with room temperature Red Bull and just stared at the TV. What was important to both of us was we watched it and we were like, okay, this is deeply uncomfortable, but it does look and feel exactly like it felt in the room, which was nobody was angry or sad. It was just two friends at work going like, what do we do? There's no answer, there's no shortcut. And I think that when you talk about mental illness or substance abuse in gay world, we're how many times more likely to be affected by that?
Yeah.
Editing things like that out of films is part of the problem. And in Trixie Mattel form, it's never been my interest to pull punches with audiences. In music or jokes or looks or eyeliner, I go big. And so in this film, I think we paint it with absolute certainty of what it was.
Right.
And audiences who watch it, they feel like they're there in the room and they ride the ride with us.
Yeah. And you guys are back together doing again.
Yeah. It's also
Movie
World.
Game. Yeah.
It's Movie World. So 40 minutes later, months have gone by. She's much more herself.
Right.
And we're backstage making jokes again. So I think that if you think of like Paris is Burning, for example, some of those people were dead by the time that movie came out.
Right.
So I think we're doing okay.
Yes, you are.
But it's early. I could die today.
Tap, 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 tap.